and we're being victimized by those agencies that are supposed to be moving in here to assist us. And I really don't like to be in a position to have to criticize agencies that we are dependent upon in this community to come in and help us out of this situation. But enough is enough. Somebody's got to come out and ask a lot of people who are very responsive, who have been elected, who have high positions in this community, in this country, to quit playing like a bunch of kids and victimizing us in the process. Get those goods and services down here. It's no secret. We need it. And sort out your political feuds afterwards. But get us what we need. If we do not get more food and water into the South End in a very short period of time, we are going to have more casualties, because we're going to have people who are dehydrated, who are without food, babies that need formula. Dade County is running these distribution sites. We've got the hospitals in place with the help of the Public Health Service and our firefighters. But for God's sakes, would you please cut it out and help us out down here? And that's all I've got to say.
Can I ask you a quick question, Ms. Hale?
Do you want the Army in here?
What exactly right now can the feds start to do which they're not
The feds know. They've got the requests. They're going through the state. They know what we need. We've got a laundry list. I'm not going to repeat it here. You all know what we need. How can they not know what we need? They're getting the requests.
What can you tell the people that need them?
We are doing everything that we can to get these goods and services down there. We've established 13 more staging areas, and that's going to be increasing as quickly as we can increase it. We are, in the situation we're in, having to take over and manage disaster relief by organizing our own volunteers, our own collection of supplies. That is not the role of the devastated government. That is the role of other agencies that are supposed to be in here helping us. We're doing it. We are supposed to be getting assistance from others to come in here and do it. And we've been told over and over again, they're being mobilized, they're on their way. Well, for God's sakes, where are they?
Would you like to see the Army in here?
The Army has a task in this, and it's my understanding that a general has called in again to ask why we're not requesting things. I would like him to go to FEMA and ask them why the requests aren't being passed on.
Would you like to see the Army?
I would like to see every agency that's tasked in that federal catastrophic response plan down here. We have a catastrophic disaster. Please come down and help us. We are looking at hours away from more casualties if we don't get this food in and this water in place.
The director of FEMA is going to be here in about an hour. Are you going to tell him the same?
I've about had at everybody, and I'm going to certainly let him know where we are on this. Yes.
Compounding the tragedy, we just received word of a plane crash in Pembroke Pines at North Perry Airport, a plane that reportedly was sending relief supplies to South Dade County. Do you have any information about that?
I didn't know about it. You're telling me brand new news. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Any information about that particular flight?
I just told you I don't even know anything about the crash or the flight. All I know is that people are coming down here with everything, and we're trying to get a system to be able to accept and distribute this. But again, we have about 85% of the search and rescue on those devastated buildings still ahead of us. We are still in a stage where we're looking at emergency food and water. There are still areas of the county we haven't been able to get into to establish communications. I don't know if these people have radios. I don't know if they know we're out there trying to help them. All I know are a lot of people are saying, why aren't we doing more? We're doing everything we can. Where in the hell is the cavalry on this one?
Who are we talking about? You mentioned just a moment ago several of these agencies who should be here. You've issued the appeal. Who specifically are we talking about who haven't materialized?
I don't see anything from the Red Cross at this point. I understand they're mobilized and coming in, but right now it's still our local shelters are absolute. We had to have rescue take out our Red Cross volunteer last night who had been here for days on end working his heart out. Okay, local people, local Red Cross people. Okay, I was on the Larry King show last night, and I heard Elizabeth Dole say they're running 229 shelters here. Okay? You all have the list. You all have been around the community. You tell me where those other almost 200 shelters are. And that they will be doing. They're not here yet. You know FEMA's been down here. You know resources are supposed to be mobilized and coming in.
Okay, what about food distribution? Is there anything that the feds could do to help you distribute food?
We need food. We need water. We need people down here. We need help on reinforcing these systems. You know, you all know it. You all know it. Who's been doing it?
When was it that you asked that the federal catastrophic plan go into effect? When did the county ask that?
The county talked to the state, and the state talked to the federal government before Andrew ever made landfall. We knew we were looking at a devastating hurricane down here. This isn't a surprise. Everybody in the whole country knew it. I mean, CNN, all the networks, everybody has carried this thing all the way through. There is a federal plan in place to respond to this, and it's my understanding they're mobilizing. But we're getting killed down here as though we're not trying to do everything we can, and we're all about ready to drop. And the reinforcements are not coming in fast enough. And if we don't get food and water down there, the casualty rate is going to go much higher. So I would like everybody who has a role to play above Dade County in getting stuff down here to do whatever it takes to get done and to quit playing the games that are being played.
Senator Graham's been here for a better part of the morning. He was here yesterday with Senator Mack. What have they been able to tell you? They're at this level.
They are doing everything they can. I have no fault with them. I know these things are being passed on. Why these agencies aren't in place and functioning and why this stuff isn't flowing in faster, I would like you to ask. I mean, you all live down here, and you know the amount of Dade County bashing that goes on, and that's exactly, it's real easy to make us the bad guys in this. It's real easy to act like everybody's out doing something, and who's really going to look to see if it's here? And what they're doing is a nice game. Let's turn everybody on everybody else. Let's say it's not this agency. Let's say it's the county that's not doing it.
Do you have criticism with Governor Charles?
Again, you've been listening to Kate Hale, Director of the Emergency Management Office in Dade County. She is very angry this morning because she is asking for help and saying she is not getting it, while the federal people are saying apparently that they are offering the help and it's not being requested. So, for the record, Kate Hale has asked for the help. We're going to try and find out more about where the lapse in communication seems to be and see if we in the media can't somehow act as a middleman and pass that information along, because what's important here is not name-calling.